What's up, everybody? Welcome back to your favorite wrestling podcast. It is the Monday Night Wave, baby, and we back. I believe this is episode 88. This is going to be our review of Saturday night main event out in Salt Lake and Fright Night for AEW. But before we get into that, time for the intros. I'll go by Jay, aka the Lonely One, aka Pod Breaker, Podson Reed, Pod Will, Jacob Freeman, because I pod better than you know it. Misrespect the Jumpers back in the building. But you know what time it is. Time to pass it off to that man, the one, the only, the Quattro. Go ahead, take it away from here.
He is a wild card. He is the King of Gorgeous. He is Mr. Sexy Ass Lauder, and that's not just me saying it. Everybody's saying it. His name is 4 letters, 1 word. I tried to warn everybody. I tried to tell people the beauty of spooky season, the beauty of the foliage changing colors. But it was too late. Now that retail siren has stalled out, and that fat man slave of hers, that soprano succubus is going to force jolly upon us for 2 months. 2 whole months! Do everything you can. Mutual commercials. Stay out of the stores if possible. Christmas is upon us. Hero and I am he.
I just, first and foremost, Mariah Carey is thawing out. We know she's thawing out.
No, it's done.
Yeah. She probably got like another 5 days before she started hemming and hawing.
No, bro, it's already done. She's thawed out. The commercials, it's released. It's here.
I hate how we just skip over it. Anyway. It's your boy, the third Mike, DT, the OTC of the Monday Night Wave. And it is a glorious October, November. You know what I'm saying? The Dodgers have back-to-backed it. It's a beautiful day, you know what I'm saying? I couldn't be more happy. You know what I'm saying? Actually, I could be more happy, but I won't mention what will make me more happy. But as of right now, you see your boy locked in, baby. We got that white and that blue on. We looking nice. Let's get started with the raps and the grabs. What's happening?
Yeah, let's talk about it. Got a nice little episode lined up. You know, hopefully we keep everything solid and focused and unedited. Last week I had edited out a clip that only Brock Lesnar would love.
See, and that's the reason why we should. Well, nah. But that clip should have went out. If that was gonna be your line, that clip should have went out, bro. That is insane.
He would've got a bag from good old Brock. All right.
Oh shit. There was waterworks. That shit is crazy. He said,
"Oh God! Oh man, maybe one day, but not today.
I mean, yeah,
not today. Let's talk about Saturday night main event and Friday night. But before we get into that, instead of we ain't got no news this week. It's been kind of light the past couple of weeks, which is cool. Icebreaker, and we're gonna bring it back to start, bench, cut, mic work. On my list here, I have 3 names that we have to start, bench, and cut. Off the top of the list, Drew McIntyre. These are all WWE stars, by the way. Drew McIntyre is number 1. Kevin Owens is number 2. LA Knight's number 3. Mic work.
Oh, shit. I got you. KO is getting cut. And transparently, I'm going starting Drew. I'm benching LA. I think LA is smooth on the mic. He's smooth, but when Drew is focused, when Drew is locked in on an opponent, and he got time. Listen, Drew over the last 2 years, even that boy been on fire. I'm immediately thinking back to him and Punk.
Mm-hmm.
Nah. I gotta go.
Time for this moment.
Telling the cameraman not to look up his kilt. That shit was funny as fuck. You perv, don't look at my kilt.
Yeah. Okay, man, DT is selling I mean, it's not his first time selling cars, as we know on this show, but he sold me a nice car. But I'm gonna go start KO, bench Drew, cut LA. I'm gonna say cut LA, and I love LA. I mean, I love all three of these guys. This is actually a really good one. This is really tough, but I don't know. There's something about Kevin I love. Whether he's heel or face, there's something about him, and because he's really funny too, just like Drew is. Like he's really funny too when he locks in. Like his promos against Sammy, his promos against Roman, the stuff with him and Jericho was great. I really like KO, and then like everything DT said about Drew is true, and I'm gonna just cut LA because I have to, because that's the rules of this game. But I love LA too. But if I had to choose between people that come off a little more, I feel like Drew and KO come off a little more natural. Everyone likes to joke about like how LA's a Rock Austin clone, and sometimes you can like sometimes his promos do be like, all right, man, like come on, but they're all great. But yeah, I'm gonna go, start KO, bench Drew. I'm gonna cut LA. Yeah.
My question too is, does this include social media work?
Nah, this is mic work. In ring. No extra credit.
Okay. Yeah, I'm still leading with. I'm still starting Drew. Like, yeah, I'm still starting Drew. Absolutely. He did.
Just to be me.
This nigga gonna start LA.
I really want to. Like, dead ass, I really want to. Only because, like, LA Knight has done, like, he's done a lot with the role that he's given, right? Like, LA Knight supersedes his promos with pretty much anybody. So I'm starting LA Knight, for sure. I'm cutting.
I'm about to end this broadcast.
I'm
Go ahead.
Drew.
I knew it.
I'm cutting Drew.
Bro.
Only because KO can do both heel and babyface shit. I haven't seen Drew do a babyface like promo. We know Drew. Drew's just heel Drew, and that's his bag. But I need to see the range. I need to see Denzel Worthy. Let me see the range. Let me see.
Did you just ask for Denzel Worthy?
Yeah.
From a wrestler? So okay? All right. Who do you get Denzel Worthy performances from on the mic?
Punk, Joe, Rock.
Joe who?
Samoa Joe. Not.
Okay, I was about to say.
I was like, who?
And I respect my tribal chief, but
I was like, no. hey, suffering succotash don't make it to the Denzel level.
Bro, okay, bro.
Like...
Hold on. See, people got to stop doing that. That was a one-time thing. He was clearly told to do that. He didn't have a lot of rope at that time. Like, you got to let that go. But Samoa Joe, you said The Rock?
Yes.
You know what's funny? So, in my spare time, I have been going back and watching episodes from SmackDown from the 2000s. I stand by what I said. He did not reach his potential.
Yeah, we could all agree with that.
Yeah, he had it. But Punk, I'll give you.
Punk, Samoa Joe, Seth Rollins has bars.
For Denzel, see, you just said Denzel level performances.
Yeah, I don't know if I can. Even I can't put Seth in the Denzel bar, but I'll put Sammy in there. He made me emotional. I'll run through a wall for Sammy.
That's tough. Because when Sammy's on his shit, Sammy's in there. KO's in there for sure. Like, I think KO, he gives you what you're looking for. And y'all gonna hate me, but I'm throwing MJF in there too. Because when he's not on the edge bait, rage bait shit, he can fucking go.
But that's few and far between, though.
That's mostly his thing.
Yeah,
it's really rare for him not to be on the
he's in his bag. He's in his bag.
He's a Blumhouse production. You know what you're gonna get. You're gonna see it's gonna be dark, edgy. It's gonna be a little gory, nasty.
I mean, if MJF is in there, I gotta throw the Miz in there then too.
Yeah, Miz for sure. Miz can go in there. Not current Miz, but Miz got a couple. Like, he got a body of work where it's respectable.
All right.
Whoa! Time out. We're not disrespecting the Miz. outside of VKM, Miz is probably top 3 best heels in WWE.
I love the Miz, so
Miz is on my heel list.
The Miz is good at sword, like I said.
Okay. Hey man.
Daniel Bryan Daniel
Can go.
He's cut some promos that made me want to fight somebody for him.
I feel like we're missing somebody.
Bray Wyatt.
Cody.
You throw
and
Cody
Bray.
in there? I don't know if I throw Cody in there. Bray, I can throw in there. Bray for sure.
For Denzel level performances, making you feel something. Sometimes you don't even know why you feeling what you feeling, but you feeling it.
Cena?
Oh yeah. See, yeah, absolutely. I'm throwing Cena in there.
Now wait. So
all versions.
So no. Is it strictly, and no pun intended, is it strictly barring somebody up, or are we actually talking about making you feel something?
I thought it was all. Mike,
Nigga, did we not see fucking John Cena tell the crowd that they got him, and their whole crowd erupts? That nigga, like, he can do it. John was leading the whole 2008 or 2000 movement with, like, passion and fucking...
he announced Osama bin Laden.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, he getting caught,
like that nigga,
he was so good on the mic. It was like,
tell the crowd that we got him.
We got Osama.
Hey, time out. Let's just talk about that for a minute. That's a crazy ass like thing to do in the professional. Bro, that's a crazy ass crossover. Let's talk about that. Like, the world just found out that we got Osama bin Laden, and Vince was like, "Go tell the crowd." And Cena went out there, shirt all off, mic all half cocked, and we caught Osama bin Laden. The whole fucking crowd just erupts, and they get like, that's fucking crazy.
No.
I mean, we used to be a country.
Like,
you know what? That's what it is. That's what you know. What that's what the problem is. We don't have a common enemy, so now we fighting amongst each other.
Well,
That's what the problem is.
The common enemy is blacks and Latinos and autism and the LGBTQ. Like,
women's
that's our
rights.
women's rights. You know, what they can do with their body. We got a common enemy. We as a collective, we as a podcast, we just don't got the right skin color, but we have the enemy. It's there.
I'm trying to think, like, bro, imagine, like, as good as a talker that, like, Drew McIntyre is, like, he just hopped on the turnbuckle and was like, they released the Epstein files. Like, you know how crazy that sounds?
I would actually pop. I would pop.
I would love that shit, dude.
I would pop.
Like, how nuts?
And then he would probably cross. Whoever his opponent is, he'd probably say they found him on there.
Jesus Christ.
I'm telling you, he'll do it.
Jeez Louise, yo. Yeah. Besides that, I don't really got much else. We can jump into the show here. Y'all want to start with what? What you got?
Hold on. I want to talk about probably the second biggest pump fake this year.
Oh God.
I just got to get that off my chest.
Okay. This nigga.
This shit was so disrespectful that once I saw, I couldn't tell who was who. And I know Cody got the little loafers and shit, the little patent leather loafers. I still couldn't tell. I thought it was a new rich nigga coming on board. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was like the announcement of Santos Escobar, and like I thought some shit was happening. So I was real excited. And then the moment I saw bootcut jeans and cowboy boots, I knew it was Brock. And I said, this is a goddamn promo for WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
And then sure as shit, it was a damn promo for WrestleMania. So I just want to say, I felt lied to. I felt disrespected. And you know what the problem is? The problem is that my expectations over the last 3 years have been so high with this company because of all the things that they've done. That now when they do lowbrow shit like this, it hurt a nigga's soul.
Wait, how is it lowbrow? See, that's the thing. The internet, we saw the stuff, we start speculating and fantasizing.
Yes.
And fake booking. They didn't promise us a bag of goods that they didn't deliver.
I know.
So how is it lowbrow? Especially if they do this every year.
Because it's disrespect. I didn't see that last year.
But they start doing WrestleMania promotions around the same time every year.
Did they do one like? Did they do one like that last year?
I don't know what. I don't know about
Did they have five niggas? Did they have five niggas walking in the room?
Okay, let's be realistic here. In what world do they like do a promo for a character in the wrestling world 4 times? Nobody gets that treatment. That's not on the show. 4 times outside of the show. Like, they dropped it on Twitter, and like we're supposed to sit there and like, oh, we're thinking Santos, we're thinking Gunther.
People thought it was a faction or something.
Somebody thought it was Andrade come back again. Like, the thing
that
with
would have
this,
been funny,
bro. The thing with this is that they don't ever put that much effort into a return. It doesn't happen. Not like that. It was 4 separate clips telling you to get ready for something without any background knowledge of anybody coming over. Like who would?
That's if we thought Seth Rollins' injury was real and it was fake, and we brought back kayfabe. Sometimes we don't need to know when a free agent is coming. We don't need the fightful and fucking
but you know, in the fields that we would have heard something.
But sometimes I don't want to hear. Sometimes I just want to be surprised. Sometimes.
Okay, and you were surprised that it was a commercial.
Yeah, I just said it. I said I was disrespected.
My issue.
I literally said that.
My issue with the ad is that like it's like going back to the do something else T-Pain line. It's the same niggas that we didn't see for 3 years now, right?
That's my second thing.
Like, give me something else. That the table we clearly know that these guys are going to be like the main focus for Mania, right? It's just like, god damn, bro. They all 40 plus. Let me see something else. Go throw a young. If it was Braun in there, like Braun Breaker, I'd be like, okay, y'all trying to like implement the young dude up in there. But that's not the case at all. It's the same 4 niggas, bro.
The only way that this gets any better is if they do a women's version,
which they probably will.
Which they should. They hopefully they do.
I think they will.
If they don't, I wouldn't be surprised. But hopefully they do. Like, legitimately, hopefully they do.
Okay, okay, this is great. I like this one. If they do a women's version, who you putting at the table?
Look at Becky, Rhea, Bianca, Io, Stephanie Vacquier.
Was it 4 or was it 5?
And Bailey.
We're going 4. Putting 4 at the table.
Oh, Charlotte.
4. Nah, I wouldn't put Charlotte at the table.
The whole point is, like, the reason why they chose these particular men is because
they're going to draw.
Doesn't matter the age. They're going to draw, and they're also the biggest stars right now.
Mm-hmm. Not really.
Like, who's
Brock
bigger
is
than
not the biggest star. Brock, but we know. Like, Brock is not currently on TV, but we know.
Yes, correct. But he's a draw, and that's Lesnar. And if niggas know for a fact Lesnar is going to be at Mania,
they're going to buy tickets.
They're going to buy tickets. You got Punk, you got Roman, you got Cody, you got those 3 just sitting next to each other. Even if it's a promotion, that still captures the eye. I'm like, oh, what the hell, Roman sitting next to Cody?
Is that ticket worth $13,000?
Not to me.
You're fat.
But it is to somebody because they buy them.
Hey, listen. To Hero's point, I'm gonna swerve a little bit from wrestling. To Hero's point, so we put in a deposit for the Portland Fire tickets. Mm-hmm. Right, we put it in like the end of August, and we've been waiting. But we're like, damn, when they gonna say something about the tickets? So yesterday or the day before yesterday, they finally send out, hey, this day show up, whoop-de-wop, get the tickets or whatever. Yesterday, they send the seats and how much season tickets would be worth for each section. And she looked at the ticket and said, what the fuck? And I said, I don't even know who's on the team. Why would I pay for that? I don't even know I don't even know who's on the team yet. You don't even have a roster. There's no way I'm paying for that. So, same thing, 2-3 months ago, we don't know, we can speculate, but we don't know who's going to be at WrestleMania. They probably not, people, they got the negative press, like it was expensive, like it wasn't that great, from last season. So this time, they're like, all right, we're going to show you for sure who is going to be there. This is the start of who's going to be there. Because immediately after they showed that commercial, they was like, QR code, get your tickets now. Like, they're trying to let you know, hey, these people are going to be there. So, yeah, pay the $27,000 for the front row tickets.
Fuck that. I don't think there's anybody that any promotion that's gonna get me to pay $27,000. Fuck that shit entirely.
All right, to go back to the question real quick with the women. All right,
Pick your four. Only four women.
Four: Becky, Rhea, Valkyrie, Belair.
Becky, Rhea, Valkyrie, Belair. Okay.
Wait,
Easy.
say that one. I'm sorry. Say that one more time for me.
Becky Lynch.
Becky, Rhea, Stephanie Valkyrie, and Bianca Belair. Those would be my four. Easy.
Okay.
Because you hit all the demographics. You got one of the best talkers. You got Rhea, who's obviously super cool, gets Stone Cold level pops. You got Valkyrie, who they obviously have a rocket on her, Latina, Chilean, and then you got Bianca Belair, who it's Bianca Belair.
I'm gonna go as far as like who you're putting on the marquee. I'm gonna go Bianca, Rhea. I'm throwing something out of left field here, and we'll talk about it a little later. I'm gonna go Jade, and I'll go Io Sky.
I like that too. Yeah. If
tough.
there was five, if I had five choices, I would choose Io.
That's tough.
Io would be easy.
Fuck, that's hard.
And that's not even me hating on Becky because I know I didn't mention her, but I also didn't mention Bayley either. But
Right.
I think just in terms of like who they can heat up quick, who is like prevalent right now in this moment, and like based on how they can build one person. Those are the four people that I picked.
Damn.
Honorable mention AJ Lee as well. Honorable mention.
Yeah,
True.
yeah.
Rhea for sure. Bianca for sure, but Bianca hasn't been seen, so I won't throw her in there just yet. If we're going like, nah, fuck that. Bianca goes.
Which I like the Jade pick. If you don't see Bianca, I do like the Jade pick as well.
Rhea, Bianca, Becky. I'm gonna throw Liv in there.
I like that too.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw Liv in there. I think the world kind of forgot like Liv's impact for a little bit just because she hasn't been around. But Liv had a great year.
She was the best women's wrestler last year.
Yeah, and she's the favorite to win the Rumble this year, even though we haven't seen her. Her and Bianca are like the two favorites to win this year.
Yeah, and then, damn, like it feels blasphemous not to have Becky in there because of like her position in like the women's roster. So like I gotta keep Becky, but Rhea and Bianca, Liv are just my three future. You know, look, that's your future right there. That's your group. Okay, going into the show, y'all want to start with main event? You want to start with Dynamite?
Might as well do Dynamite. Go in the chronological order of the days.
Okay. Dynamite on the 29th, I believe, was Fright Night. So it was like the Halloween episode. I believe they're in Texas. There were some things that happened here. I think that this show was decent. There was some. I didn't necessarily like the tornado tag match, but that's just me. I think I'm kind of like Darby'd out right now, and it's not necessarily his fault. It's just I've been watching a lot of fucking wrestling lately. But it opens up with Darby and OC versus Death Rider, so it's a conglomeration kind of like mix there. I will say I do like Darby using the Scorpion Deathlock as a finisher. I think that's a little bit more tangible to me than the coffin drop every time. And I like that he's sticking with the gimmick of tapping people out. Because when you look at Darby, you don't think submission. You don't think submission is. But I like the idea that he's adding that to his game, and that's going to be, like, going forward, one of his moves here. Other than that, I don't really have too much to say, particularly about the tornado tag match.
It was cool. I mean, it sets up later in the show, but yeah, this is pretty much what we're getting for Blood and Guts. Conglomeration plus Darby versus Death Riders. I also like him adding the submission. Like it just makes sense. Like Sting passing the bat down to him, and also now he's using his one of his finishers or one of his moves. It just makes sense. It's very similar to like Seth doing the pedigree and shit like that. So I think it's a good look. I agree with that. I'm just over I'm just over the Death Rider stuff. Like but it doesn't seem like it's going to end anytime soon. So it is what it is.
Post this match, we get a small little segment between the Young Bucks and Don Callis, where Callis is kind of promising riches and get them back on board. He says he's gonna get them pyro for the show, and this week that they had actually pyro and like their entrance and whatnot. So he bought them some stage presence. But I believe he had mentioned that he wanted to get, I think it's the Bucks and Josh Alexander versus fuck. I know it's two other people and like Kenny. Like he was trying to it's the story's kind of insinuating that the Bucks are turning babyface.
Yeah, and they're slowly going to try to turn them babyface.
And the Elite's going to get back together at some point, which makes sense. I don't know how long or how much more time we got of Kenny. You know, we're seeing people retire left and right. You know, this age of wrestlers are starting to go out the game. So I can see that they want to do a nice little like Elite run here. That leads into a 4-way tag, which was a fire match for the number one contendership. That FTR ends up winning after pinning Kevin Knight. So they face Brodito at Full Gear. The best thing of the night, though, was the promo with Konosuke and Okada. Don Callis is he brings out another painting where he has this painting of his groups and whatnot. And everybody's present. Everybody's there except for Konosuke. I'm like, well, how are you going to do this with the team? And he's not going to be there. At the time, the announcer or the ring announcer had said that travel issues for Konosuke. Like, he wasn't going to be able to make it because of travel. And so we have Okada sitting at the table. We're just getting all, glazed up. Like, Don Callis is doing his thing. Like, this is the guy. This is going to be he's leading our group. We have the best family in the world and whatnot. And like I mentioned last week, Konosuke comes out and he's like, nah, bro. Like, I'm not fucking with this dude. It's to the point to where Callis says, I know you were here before everybody else and you're the alpha, but I want you to recognize that he's also alpha, and I need you to shake Okada's hand. To where he's telling him, like, you need to shake his hand. And Konosuke's sitting there like, nigga, no, bro. Like, I don't know who you think I am. Like, but this ain't about to happen. So Konosuke actually does try to be the bigger man, reaches his hand out. He gets the finger from Okada. And I love this, bro. I love their tension, because it's a believable we don't really like each other. And I really rock with that.
Fuck this old head.
For sure.
Hey man, you know how I feel about present day Okada. So I'm very team alpha here. I'm very team Konosuke. Get this old lazy ass motherfucker out this family. Why is he even in this family? Very pro Konosuke here. The tension though, yeah, I agree. It is funny. It's just like, I guess we're just kind of just waiting for the shoe to drop, like, and then what's going to be the ramifications when the shoe drops? Like, is someone going to get kicked out? What happens? It was announced because they're doing. I was about to call it Wrestle Dream.
Wrestle Kingdom.
Is it Wrestle Kingdom? So it looks like he's in a title match against somebody else, Konosuke. So we'll see how all that stuff goes. But yeah, I'm liking it. It's cool. I'm just waiting for the alpha, and
I think this build is better than the Kenny and Okada build that was for All In. I think that that one is pure history and nostalgia that they're trying to get you with. To where this one is it's just young dude versus old dude, big dog versus old big dog, and both of them are just not willing to back down. So I'm definitely looking forward to what happens here. Mox versus Kyle O'Reilly. I think he's got two solid bangers out of Kyle, not two out of Kyle O'Reilly. Like, Kyle O'Reilly's not no fucking hitter. Two really good matches here. This one actually ends in the double count out draw, which makes sense based on the way that they were fighting. So it wasn't it was on some weird somebody missed the count, but they were just brawling. This kind of also pairs into Blood and Guts, because Blood and Guts is going to be. It was conglomeration, right?
Pretty much, yeah. So Briscoe, Kyle, Roderick, Darby, OC.
Yeah, let me see if I can look that up.
Versus, Mox, Puck, Wheeler, Claudio, and Daniel Garcia.
Is that what that is? Let's see. I know they announced like the women's one like as well.
They announced it last night.
Okay, so here we go. Men's Blood and Guts is Darby Roderick conglomeration. So Darby Roderick, Briscoe, OC, O'Reilly, versus Mox, Claudio, Yuta, Danny, and Pac. Not bad.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a bad lineup at all. I think the only person.
My problem with the lineup is that the conglomeration is they're a bunch of losers. And I don't mean that in a disrespectful way, but like if we talk about like wins and losses, if we talking ever since the Death Rider started over a year ago, like it's a bunch of losers.
Yeah.
Besides Darby, because Darby lost two out of his 3 matches with Moxley. I don't know why Moxley is even on the show. Again, I'm a die on this hill. He doesn't need to wrestle every week. I get it, but it was setting up for Blood and Guts, so I'll let it be, I guess. But it doesn't make any sense to me. That he doesn't need to wrestle every week. This is why you have a stable of like 8 motherfuckers. Like,
it's
you don't
true.
Need to wrestle.
Unless you're trying to prove something. Unless your ego is hurt so bad from tapping out that you were trying to prove that you can beat these people, and he has not. His last 3 matches, he has not looked like himself.
No, which is weird because and it's the same thing like when you were talking about Kyle Fletcher versus Adam Page. And, like, to me, it's the same argument where it's like, Moxley, you've been dominant this entire time, and you can't beat Kyle O'Reilly, someone who barely wins, to the point where you have to DQ yourself, and then the next week it's a double count out. Like, since when has Kyle O'Reilly been this strong? And I love Kyle O'Reilly. It's just like it's all about the power rank. Like we bring up power rankings every once in a while. It's like I don't understand it. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Unless he's not the same man.
They could be putting a little. I won't call it a rocket, but they could be putting a little powder keg in his pocket.
Definitely the conglomeration for sure. I think with the return like Orange Cassidy, they're trying to get them back in like the favor of the fans and whatnot. They got new entrances. Briscoe still like it's like they're doing things to kind of put them back in the mix of things here.
Right, but it's like we made this nigga drink Windex a couple months ago. Like, why?
That was definitely a year ago. It was definitely a year ago.
Feels like last month. So much shit happens on this show. But it's like, bro, I'm sorry. I don't know. I'm not going to go to war with someone who I knew was forced to drink some Windex.
Listen,
but that's me.
You've talked about them needing more faces.
Yes.
Have a problem with faces. So if this is their way of building faces, let them build their faces.
That's kind of what's happening.
Yeah.
Like, we do get the first women's match for the tag team bracket, which, surprisingly, we were wrong. I believe everybody here had Hayter and Aminata like winning that round out of the Sisters of Sin.
Yeah. I had them winning because they won their match and they chose their opponent. He lost.
Yeah, that's
like, bro, like what? You chose who you wanted to fight and you lose to him?
That's kind of crazy. That is kind of crazy.
Yeah,
it's like when there's like a team losing to get better standings or winning to get better standings because they want to avoid a certain seed, and then they get beat by the 8 seed.
But that shit happens. That shit definitely happens in sports. It's wild. Yeah, and I was like, okay, and it makes sense. They have the numbers. It's like it's a group of 3. Like we should have known that like it wasn't going to end like fairly, because that's what happened. Tech ends up getting involved here and causes Hayter and Aminata to lose the match. And also we should have thought about it too from the aspect of Blood and Guts. It's like they can't be engaged in Blood and Guts and still go for the tag team belts. I mean, you could, but like I feel like there's a little foreshadowing there as well. And while we're here, we can talk about like the women's Blood and Guts, which was announced on Collision so Saturday. Hayter, Aminata, Willow Nightingale, Harley Cameron, Toni Storm, and Chris Statlander versus Julia, Sky Blue Tekla, Megan Bayne, Shafir, and Monet. And Shafir is here because Penelope was injured. We had mentioned that also last week that Penelope before he got injured, and Marina Shafir is now Megan Bayne's partner.
Does this make any sense to you?
Like
it doesn't. Just them randomly like Marina. Okay, so Marina has been in like 2 or 3 matches since she's been in the Death Riders in general, and one was a mixed tag. We've never seen her play nice with anybody, so. I mean, I get like the logic is supposed to be, well, one's a heel and the other's a heel, so then we'll just team them up together. But again, like this was an opportunity to bring a Nyla in, bring a Thunder Rosa in,
Thunder's injured.
Thunder's injured. Okay, Deonna Purrazzo, like again, they have an extensive ladies roster.
It's true.
So to me, like the logic of it just being 2 heels, I'm like, okay, sure. To me, it's a little lazy, but. I just want to know, did that make sense to you?
The team up didn't make any sense. However, I understand it to where, like, when you mention the women, like you just mentioned, as far as the aspect of, like, familiarity, Marina Shafir is more familiar because she's everywhere, right? Like, it makes sense in that aspect. Do I agree with the pairing? No, but I understand business-wise, pair somebody who's already on screen. That way you don't have to do the build to make it make sense. Throwing a little Jon Moxley there to kind of be like, oh, these two are together, like to get people excited. It makes sense. As far as like the lineup of women here, definitely makes sense. You want to do your inaugural Blood and Guts women matches with your top stars here. The surprising one to me was Monet, and I was like, I don't think I've ever seen her in something Blood and Guts level ever. To be honest, they were talking about her last stipulation match was the Hell in a Cell with her and Bayley like 5 years ago. So it's been a while since she's been in a cage in general. Do I think she's going to bleed here? Absolutely not. I think this is going to be New Japan rules for Mercedes, and she's going to do the Okada. Like, you in here, but you really not in the action. Do I think Toni Storm's going to get bloody? For sure. Like,
I think this is the miss. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I was like, if we're talking about familiarity, where's Britt Baker should be in this match?
Is she more familiar than Shafir right now?
She's the women's pillar of AEW. There's not a huge like.
Did you say Britt Baker?
Yes.
When's the last time we seen her wrestle?
Whose fault is that? She's not being booked.
So then why would you book her right then and there at that spot?
And that's kind of where I was coming from.
Because it's a surprising thing. Like if you have like for the Faces team, you bring her back, someone who is a familiar face with the AEW crowd. She is one of the. She's the 3rd AEW's women's champion.
But she's not a heel.
The first woman signed ever to AEW.
Like, they needed a heel.
I'm saying for the faces. You could have bring her as a face.
Do I think Britt Baker right now is bigger than any of the faces that they have on the squad now? No. Maybe you could argue Harley. Maybe. But Jamie Hayter's big. Aminata's been big. Maybe you can argue Aminata if you wanted to. But I don't think any. And the thing is, those women have also been putting in work the entire year for this match. It's kind of like the Charlotte thing, where like Charlotte's been gone for a year, she wins Rumble, and now people are fucking like pissed off because like, why the fuck did Charlotte win the Rumble? Like, you don't want to do that either. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to start off to where now we got to pivot our babyface into a heel because of the way the fans are reacting. So it makes sense.
Okay.
If you're gonna bring her back, she can jump somebody from behind, or her music can hit and she can come out with a mic and pop shit.
Yeah, I mean that's probably.
I just wouldn't do it in this scenario.
It doesn't make any sense to me to have your first women's ever and then not have your first woman who was signed with AEW, who is healthy, who's just not being booked in this match. Like there was plenty of months to bring her into the fold.
That's the thing. Like I really wish we knew more about how like booking in this shit works, because once again you got to look at like trends of like who's really popping, bro. Like, is it worth to take this person out and derail their momentum to bring in Britt Baker? Do I think Britt Baker's momentum could supersede that of what's been happening with, you know, any of these babyface women? I don't know. I don't think so. And would I run that risk doing it for a stipulation match and not for like, you know, a women's world championship or a TBS or some shit like that? So I don't know. Getting into the main event here, Bobby, Hook, Ricochet, Joe for the #1 contenders match. Just doing deductive reasoning here. Okay, Bobby and Ricky still got shit that they dealing with. They're not winning. Hook is not going to get
shouldn't even been in this match.
So we all knew who the fuck was going to win this match when you look at it that way. And so once I took that out and I just enjoyed the match for what it was, Bobby Lashley is on his. He needs to have a run. He needs to get. Bobby was looking crazy in this match.
Here's the problem. I'm gonna bring it up again. Here's the problem. Once you give him the strap, who looks like they can beat him? Who looks like an imposing figure?
You know who? You know who could do it, but it wouldn't be imposing. It would be on some like cheating shit.
MJF.
Exactly.
And there's a story there.
Exactly.
Okay. I'm fine with that.
They didn't go that route though. But
right.
That would have been the easy lob, I guess. But I would. Yeah, the match was fine. The match was good. I'll say that.
Was fire.
The match was good. But it didn't need to exist. based on like just based on the logic that you already said. Like if you rule out everybody, like Samoa Joe was for sure going to win, but also just based on the way that Wrestle Dream ended, Adam was going to get his lick back regard. Like we didn't need a #1 contendership to have this rematch. Like we could have just got the rematch because Adam was like, you turned on me, you snaked me. I thought we was just having a who the best men win type of thing, and then you did this shit.
Mm-hmm.
I want my lick back. So So for me, it was kind of convoluted to have this just to give the rematch to Joe anyway.
Right.
But again, it was a good main event. I have a question though, because during the part where Bobby and Hook were fighting, when he yelled at him, "Calm down,
calm down."
Do you think that was? What do you think that was about? Because a part of me feels like Hook was maybe doing something, and Bobby was like really like no, you need to calm the fuck down type of thing, or was this story, or was this a shoot?
I feel like it's a little bit of both. I feel like it's a little bit of both. I feel like I don't think Bobby was like naturally upset at like Hook or nothing like that. I didn't see that kind of like in the match. I just think like Hook was hitting his spots hella fucking fast, and every OG you talk to in wrestling tells you to just slow the fuck down. But Hook has like this energy of like this Tasmanian devil, like just going and going and going.
No pun intended.
Bobby was like, "You need to calm down, bro," and then just elbow, spear, and got him to calm down. And then the next part of that was like on the outside of the apron. He looked at the camera, says, "Sorry, Taz." Ends up fucking Spike like slamming him on the apron. So I think it's all like a little bit of like your character. You need to calm down, like, and also maybe we're going a little fast. But
all right, so a little bit of both.
A little bit of both.
Cool. Because I thought
that was genius. Not genius, but I thought it was
really
funny.
I was just like, bro, every might pick that up.
Yeah.
He yelled at you like he was.
There was a dope segment where Bobby and Joe go toe to toe, and that was also another moment where I was like, yeah, we need to get Bobby in that picture.
Question. Can that moment between Hook and Bobby bring Hook into the Hurt Syndicate?
I don't think so.
I don't know if he's black or not.
I mean, Taz did pass as a black man.
So MJF was?
All throughout the 90s.
Hey, man, we got to go about the history of the...
Don't say it.
I know where he's going. Nah, hell no.
Hell
no.
Don't you fucking do it.
Hell no. I know exactly where he's going with that.
Anti-Semitic. Nope. Don't you do it.
What?
No. Black Israelites. Bro, we all listen to Pepper Butterfly.
It's considered... No.
Look, don't call me black no more.
Yeah, no, I'm telling you. Just don't
Christ,
broach
bro.
the topic.
I will not broach the topic.
Just leave it alone.
Woo.
Okay.
Anywho.
Yeah. That's why I said don't do it.
It's like when you watch like a kid like going about to, like they touching the electric socket. I knew exactly where he was going. It had to
That's why I
stop
was
me.
like-
Had to course correct immediately.
I tried to say it before I said, "Hey, don't do it." And he's like, "Nah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna touch the stove, Daddy."
For sure.
You guys know me so well.
The finish of this match was, or yeah, anything?
No. I was just saying he's with Eddie Kingston. I think they're trying to figure this out.
Right.
That was it.
Okay.
Okay. Joe ends up winning with the cocaine clutch on Hook. The only
that's my guy.
The only thing I disliked, because Ricochet ends up hitting Bobby with a chair, and Bobby gets distracted and runs up the apron. But as he gets halfway up the apron, he turns around, see Hook's in the clutch. He makes it to the ring in enough time to stop the submission. It's just that I think Hook was supposed to tap out a little bit sooner. So it looks like this weird, awkward, like he wasn't able to like reach out, but like you had plenty of time to get there.
I mean, that's Bobby's fault. He told him to slow down, so he slowed down.
It could be.
And it's funny because there was a backstage moment where the interviewer, I don't know if it was Alicia Tout or I don't know who it was, because they were off camera, but they were asking like, "Why did you tap out so quickly?" And Eddie Kingston was like, "Do you want to answer this question?" Like, I don't know. So yeah. I don't know. Yeah, all that's kind of just miscommunication. But yeah, it was a little awkward.
So Joe's number one contender. Shivani is out there announcing that Joe is the number one contender, has a contract for him to sign and whatnot. Out comes the guys in costume. The callback here is that last year Hangman was in the Marshmallow Puff like outfit. And so Joe's like, I feel unsafe right now. I need Joe to like, make me feel safe, and ends up knocking out all the guys in the costumes, all the extras. None of them's Hangman. Ends up getting like the bearded toast that he's won and whatnot, and then the show ends off with Hangman actually dressed up as Tony, attacking Joe and the Ops, which I thought was funny. It's a cool little like callback to what they do every Halloween.
That was my favorite part of the show, honestly, because it swerved me. Because like I was watching it back, like, where did they switch? Did they ever switch? If they didn't switch, Adam has a really good Tony Schiavone voice, unless it was like pre-mic. It something.
Was under his, if you listen to it, under it was like was Hangman's voice, but then Tony was still talking. So like you can hear that both their mics were live at the same time.
Yeah, no, that shit was dope to be. And that was a callback to Tony Schiavone, where he was the the man, the opera,
Phantom of the Opera.
Phantom of the Opera. He was that costume on WCW many moons ago.
Yeah,
so he was re-bringing that costume back. It's cool.
Yeah. Overall, that was pretty much it for Dynamite. I did watch Collision last night because I was just in the mood of watching more wrestling, I guess. And 2 matches off top. If people listening, definitely go watch that Olympia Mercedes match. Olympia looks really fucking dope. They actually defended the CMLL title on Collision. And then my Wrestle of the Year had another banger. Bandito versus Dorado was fucking fire. Like, that was a crazy main event, and he fucking killed that. So, anybody out there listening, you want to watch some graps, you didn't want to watch the full show, those 2 are probably my recommendations to check out this week.
And Ilya versus Nathan Frazier. I'll throw that up there, too.
Okay.
Ilya.
That was on
Fire.
this week's SmackDown?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I didn't get a chance to watch it.
Of course, Dodger Blue.
So fly in this bitch. Hey, real quick before we take a break or move on to another topic, legitimate question: is there any chance that Hangman drops the title to Samoa Joe? A sliver of a chance?
If MJF is there, possibly.
I'm gonna say no.
Because my thing is it second, third?
It's second.
Why run it back if there's no chance at all?
So I saw an interesting graphic. This is the 4th or 5th time Hangman. I'm gonna fuck up this paraphrasing, but last year he fought every opponent twice, and it's almost like it's the same schedule. I don't know. It's weird. So yeah, it's kind of his thing. He fought Swerve twice, and he fought somebody else twice. Yeah, it was Jay White. So it's kind of like his shtick. But honestly, I think he's going to win to just make him look credible.
Yeah.
Especially now that Joe is a heel, that means he's going to be outnumbered. Assuming the Buckaroos are still being tweeners right now, so yeah, he's going to be outnumbered. So it's like the babyface defying the odds, and 2 out of those 3 odds are buff or big as hell. So it just makes him look strong, I guess.
I think Joe's the litmus test. I think all your present champions have wrestled Joe. I think MJF wrestled Joe, Swerve wrestled Joe, Hangman's now wrestled Joe. I think Joe is like he's your staple. What do you look like wrestling Joe? And that kind of determines how far we can go. If you can carry a promo with Joe and carry a segment with Joe, okay, you're able to like go through.
Isn't Joe retiring this year too? Not 2025, but like 2026.
He's talked about it. I don't think there's a date.
Yeah, no, he hasn't put a date for anything yet, but he talked. Yeah, he brought it up.
Yeah, so
I believe what he said was that once his contract ends at AEW, that'll probably be his.
He'll ride off into the sunset.
And if you kind of think about it from the like most wrestling contracts, about 4 years. Joe left WWE like 21. I think we're still like in Thunderdome era. So if we're thinking about it that way, it could be next year, hypothetically, depending on injury time and shit like that. So we don't know.
He is 46.
Joe been wrestling forever.
Yeah.
He's been wrestling.
Like him, AJ, like Bobby, like they all had like multiple careers in different like companies. Okay. Jumping into Saturday Night Main Event, unless anybody needs to like, a quick break.
Let's do a quick break.
Leave the phone.
Please leave the phone.
Bro, you might as well just put that shit on Instagram.
I really don't want to. Nobody needs to know that.
we probably don't want to do it.
Let's jump into Saturday Night Main Event here.
My face is frozen. The fuck?
It's definitely frozen. I was like, just trying to make sure you're still here, but it's definitely frozen. Saturday Night Main Event is out in Salt Lake City. And to be fair, no expectations going into this. Have no idea. However, I will tell you this: 2 hours for 4 matches is egregious. I
was falling asleep. No cap.
Four matches, 2 hours is fucking nuts. Nigga, no. We need to figure that shit out. I did like that they opened up with Cody versus Drew. I respected, like, okay, you opened up with with a heater off rip. And it was a good match. Like, I had some hesitancy going in it. Just got to know exactly how it was going to work. There wasn't was there going to be shenanigans involved in here? And there was a little bit, but wasn't like nothing over the top. Nobody came out with a black hood or nothing like that. I like the aspect of announcing the champions with like the whole mic thing. That was dope too. And we got a really solid match between Cody and Drew. Now, did I think Drew was going to win this? No. No shot. And I have another question I'll ask at the end of this, but before we get into that, overall thoughts on the match here. How do we feel about Cody, retaining? What was some favorite spots? Did y'all enjoy? Did y'all not enjoy it? What's the feeling out there?
All right, you can hear me okay, right?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, cool. I had to turn my video off. It's not coming back on. I thought the match was cool. It was better than their first match, in my opinion. Based on the fact that, because all 4 matches were title implications, and I came into the show, I was hoping for 2 title changes, and that's not including the CM Punk J thing. I wanted the women's to change, and if not the Cody one, which didn't make any sense, I wanted the IC to change. Only one of those happened. The Cody one not changing makes sense because he's their guy, he's their QB1, insert whatever word you want to use, but he's their main guy. You're not going to have your main guy lose their main title because that title is technically higher than the other world title. In the first match of a show that's not even a C-list PLE, it's not even a PLE technically. It's just a special show. So having any thought that he was going to lose was kind of wishful thinking. So I knew Cody wasn't going to lose this one. I do think Cody should lose. Like, you don't need to have long title reigns. Like, he can, and like, I fully do not expect him to have this title at WrestleMania. If he does, that is what it is. I think he's one of those people that is better with the chase. And also, you don't want people to get like tired of him. But in saying all that, this match was good. Yeah. Drew definitely needs one. He's long overdue for everything. Like, he's long overdue. I desperately wanted him to win at Clash of the Castle when we finally got the Solo Sikoa debut or whatever, and then that just we know how that turned out, and then he's kind of just been stagnant ever since. And like we talked about early in the show, he's good on the mic. He's good in the ring. He's definitely due for one. It's just win, and you don't want to wait for too long. But yeah, no, the match itself was. I thought it was cool. I don't think the feud is done. I think they're definitely going to repeat it. So yeah, it is what it is.
What you got, DT?
Well, I am part of the wishful thinking crew, but that's also because I'm just, damn, I'm sounding like a pagan. I want to see something different with Cody Rhodes. That's it. That's all I'm gonna say. I get it. QB1, the kids love him. People wearing the trench coats and jackets and the weight belts, and like, I get it. I want to see something different with Cody. So they're doing he used the weapon. Did he kind of cheat but not really cheat to win? Thing again. So we'll see. I really don't have anything. I feel like I don't want to say that the company is doing Drew a disservice because he's been in their biggest feuds.
He's been used
over the last 2 years. He's been in a title picture. He's actually won technically.
Yeah,
he won. So I can't say that he's like being underutilized or he's not getting his shine or whatever the case. But what I will say is definitely ready for him to be champion at some point in the next 3 months. Hero, you said you don't see Cody having it at WrestleMania. Do you mean going into WrestleMania or coming out of WrestleMania?
I don't see him going into it because I don't think you have him lose the title 2 WrestleManias in a row. So in my mind,
fair.
I don't see him going into WrestleMania with a title.
No.
But we'll see. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's it from where I stand.
I don't see him losing it because to who? Who makes the most sense? Like, nah, it don't. Now if the nigga done beat the nigga down like so many times, like now this is a chance that he gets it. Unless you run it like immediately back to back, it makes sense. But if we do Drew in like January or at Rumble and he wins it, it's like we could have did this 3 months ago, right? Mm-hmm. So like, and I feel like the fatigue was set in too because we're gonna talk about it in January. We're gonna be like, damn, like they're doing Cody Drew again, like they just did this at this point in time.
Then Randy.
That makes sense, right? But even then, like we gotta start that build now. January is in 2 months, bro. Like we on like the cusp of Mania season. I don't like the way that they use Drew, right? Because for all the good things that we mentioned before in like our Mike segment, he does everything well, right? Mm-hmm. He can carry the crowd. He sells his merch. He has your one-liners. He's heavily active on social media. Everything that you want him to do, he does, and he succeeds at it. Every moment that you put Drew in, he succeeds in those moments. It's just at what point do we like pull the trigger on Drew, right? You can say like, oh, well, he had it during the pandemic era, and that's fine, but nobody. Like, the only nigga pop in the pandemic era was Chief. Respectfully. So, like, we got to figure out what we what we want to do. I don't want to see Drew get used like this. He's kind of like.
You better not. You better
What?
not.
Huh?
Nothing. I ain't gonna say it because if it ain't who you thinking,
I mean, it might be.
Thinking, I don't want to give you no ammo. But if it is who you thinking, I don't want to put that in the air either.
I'm sitting here in suspense. What the
No,
hell?
I want to know like who? Where do you think I was going?
Carmelo.
No.
Okay, see, that's why I said I didn't want to give you no ammo.
I have no smoke with that. I'm just gonna say the fact that like the way that Drew's used and he's beloved by like the crowd and he does his job correctly, it's similar to that like Mark Briscoe. It's like he's used in everything, and over these moments where you put him in these matches against these superstar talent, he just can't get over. But he works well, he carries the crowd, he does everything right. Why not pull the trigger? I know why for that guy, but for Drew it makes no sense for me. Like he should be WWE champion.
Yeah, and again, like it doesn't have to be a long reign. Like
no,
like I mean, maybe fucking Sammy had the U.S. title for 40 days, and that was a banger.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like we don't like not every champion needs a 300, 400,000 day. Like you know, that's for I feel like that's for certain people. But also, there's a balance between that and playing hot potato because I don't want hot potato either. Like I don't want motherfuckers just to play hot potato with a title, especially the main title. But yeah, man, like
if Cody keeping this title prevents it to hot potato to Brock, I'm all for a Cody reign. I just don't want Drew to get it and he loses like Brock, and now we got Brock as a WWE champion. I don't want that. Do I think it's going to happen at some point? Probably so, but I just don't want it to come at the expense of Drew again. So like,
I mean, they on different shows, so I'm not worried about that at the moment.
It's Brock though. The draw, you know, that nigga's still going to do what he want.
Yeah.
Honestly, after, and I know he didn't like win the feud, but after that feud with Punk, he should have been in a title program to maximize the momentum that he had.
Didn't he do that? Wasn't Priest champion at the time, or do you mean a title like WWE championship?
I feel like Priest was both. Am I tripping?
What are we talking about here? I got confused.
After Punk, who did he beef with?
Yeah.
That was Priest.
I think I think it was Priest.
But did Priest have the belt? Or am I tripping?
Wait, no, because Drew was beefing with Priest and CM Punk kept fucking it over, I think.
Or did he fight Cody and that's what he got fucked over at Clash? Because something, I'll look it up. We'll figure it out here.
Yeah, it's fine. But I think, like, yeah, I don't know. I think that feud for those two individuals should have catapulted them immediately into title picture. I just think we were still running on Cody time. So, it looks like Lunar looking it up. Right now.
I'm checking out right now. Next match was Jade versus Tiffy, and I believe this was like a 10-minute match. Like if
I watched the whole match on my break. It was great.
It went the way it was supposed to go.
Yes, it did.
It did. And so like there's two things that kind of like led me into, and this is why I got to stop being such an active listener. The first one was they're already not incentivizing, but kind of like focusing on Tiffy's leg, right? She's wrapped up, she's bandaged, and I'm like, okay, well, now I know, like, you know, we sit here and have our critiques of Jade, but had Jade lost to a one-legged Tiffany Stratton, I would have been, it would have been kind of crazy.
Now you bullshit.
It would have been time to go back home. Time to go back to Jacksonville.
it would have been a little crazy, right? And so to kind of go into this match like with that in mind, I was okay, like probably gonna put the belt on her. But even last week we had talked about like this is your moment to put it on her. Now we got to see what she's about, right? And they did that. She ends up winning this match here, and she did it in a dominating fashion. Here's my take on this though, is that if this is where we're going with it, as far as like in-ring work, let it be this. Let it be the squash. Let it be the Braun Strowman-esque version of this, to where like you only do 4 or 5 moves and you just knocking bitches out left and right. I'm cool with that. The thing where Jade loses me is that once she gets in the weeds and she has these 10 to 12 to 13 minute matches, it's like you ran out of moves, shit gets a little like little tricky. But if she's gonna go on this Goldberg kind of like dominant run through the women's roster, and then these are like more dominant showings, I'm fine with it, because that's her character. It's power. Like, it should be power S and finesse. It should be what it is.
Those 2 fall-away slams, and then power bombed her, then power bombed her again. I'm like I felt like Martin. I felt like
hard power bombs.
And in Bad Boys, like, for now, this is how you wrestle from now on. Like, this is what I want to see.
For sure.
It was great. Yeah, it was. I would say it's a competitive squash, because it was like 10 minutes. It wasn't just Tiffy Tiffy was getting her ass beat most of it, but yeah, it was a competitive squash, and yeah, I think like you said, we've all had our criticisms. I feel like I've been defending her a lot, Jade. That is, besides the facials, I still think she needs to work on her selling face wise, but in ring wise, she has been getting better, and this is them finally like, all right. Like, we put 2 years in investment in you. You had your tag team shine. Now it's like it's time to sink or swim. So we will see what happens. And honestly, the women's division needed a change. My thing is that SmackDown's women's division, mid card and main title, it's so bleak right now. Like, we need some call ups. We need some call ups, and we need a draft. Because who the hell is Jade going to face? Nia Jax? Okay, cool. She can face Nia, but now they're both heels. So, I mean, that is what that is. And then, what other baby faces is she going to fight right now? Like, there's really not really anyone else. I mean, unless they want to do, her and Charlotte real quick. But, like, Charlotte's in a tag team. So, like, who's she going to fight? So, it's like, we need this draft to happen on so many levels. Like, we need this draft. So yeah, I'm just worried about her future booking, I guess, because again, like, who's she gonna fight? But this was the right call.
I'm not worried about her future booking. I'm not worried about the roster at this moment. If they're going to, I mean, we're pretty much all in agreement, but if she's going to be what's the best way to put it? She's gonna be like a Amazonian, like a strong, like there's an adjective I'm looking for to describe her, but if she's going to be like the overpowered woman, the dominant woman in on SmackDown, then every person that she faces needs to be squashed, all of them, and to the point where the crowd is booing at the results of the match. If you want her to be like an actual heel. And I'm not saying like booing in Europe. I'm saying like booing at the fact that she's knocking motherfuckers out. Transparently, I want to see her. I want to see her beat up Chelsea Green. I want to see her beat up Julia. I want to see her beat up like anybody that's hovering. All right, Nia Jax. She can beat up Nia Jax. Get her back for busting her eye open. Like anybody that's hovering around SmackDown needs to get dealt with. Second thing, I want a petition to either add a signature move or change it from. She used a move last night, and they called it something, and it looked like the setup to an F5 and some other shit, and I can't remember the name of it right now. But I would like for this version of Jade to have the clothesline from hell that she uses on smaller opponents. Mm-hmm. And she can continue to lift the bigger opponents up. But I would love to see her use the clothesline from hell. I don't think anybody's using it right now. I don't know if she needs to talk to JBL about it, but that's what I would like to see. Not a ripcord, but like I want to see her come off the ropes and decapitate people.
I'll add on to that. I want to bring back the 5 count. Bring back Big E's 5 count, where you just dominate and 3's not enough. You need to pin to 5, just so you can show that you're that strong. looking at the SmackDown Women's roster, it's not good, nigga. This is, and I'm just gonna go off names here, and this is not anything towards these women. It's just more so like who makes sense, right?
Where's the depth? Yeah.
So like Alba is with Secret Hervis. That's not happening.
She can beat both of them up same time.
Bliss is with Charlotte as tag team champions. You could if you wanted to, but that would just be like a litmus test of like, can you run with Bliss or Charlotte? Kind of like, you know, get in the ring with one of our experienced people. Mm-hmm. BFAB probably not going to happen. Bianca's labeled here, which makes sense, but that's like post afterward. I need you to go through like a couple women, and then we get there, right?
Yeah, that's a mania.
Yeah,
also,
yeah.
There's no timetable on when Bianca's going to get cleared.
Right. We know that this is going to end up with like a Clash of the Titans kind of situation between y'all two, where it's a battle of strength, but that comes later down the road. Candice LeRae, probably not. I don't got nothing for you. No, Chelsea would be dope, but no, she's a heel. She's not a babyface, so that doesn't make any sense.
Don't matter. Chelsea's character, she can do anything with her character.
She really can.
She can do anything. That's like,
and then what? Mia with B5. That's 3 minutes. Yeah, that's a 5 count.
B-Fab's in here. I don't think they do Jade versus Julia. You don't want to waste Julia's like momentum of getting fucking stomped out by Jade.
That's
you
why I say Kiana James.
You're not doing that to Kiana James. Like, no.
Yes,
I mean, you could.
Yes, you are.
You could, but there's no point. You may be able to run Michin, but once again, none of these have true depth to like that makes sense, right?
Respectfully, from a power ranking standpoint, and y'all know I'm a big Michin fan, it should only take one power bomb. Like Alba Fire.
This nigga booking Jay like Wardlow. That's not how it's no.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Like, yeah, and that's gonna it's gonna because that could be a storyline. She can. Is it Pierce? No, it's Aldis, right? Go to Aldis. I gotta write these niggas' name down. Go to Aldis after you done ran through all of these people, with the exception of Charlotte and Alexa, because they're in a tag, and be like, you don't have anybody for me. You don't have anybody for me, and he need to start calling people up to NXT.
So, and here's my thing with that, because NXT does have some women here. We know, just foreshadowing here, we know that they're going to bring up some talent from NXT for the Cena shit. That was kind of like hinted at. In that transition, you're also going to bring up women talent, because you're not just bringing up guys, you're going to bring up a whole roster. Not roster, but it's a group of people. Is there anybody in NXT that you think, would you do a Jordan Grace versus a Jade? Or would you wait? Because even at that point, you'd be like, damn, I want to see Jordan Grace win. You wouldn't waste that moment then. Yeah,
I wouldn't waste Jordan Grace building Jordan Grace on the main roster for Jade.
Just to squash it.
Yeah, exactly.
But that is a match I want to see, though. That's why I say yes when you ask the question.
For sure. We'd love to see that. Would you do a Jada Parker? Would you throw Jada just in there just to like get her in? Because we know Jada's not going to win. But throw you in there for some experience kind of thing.
Yep, and there's two people. Low advice. There's two people I wouldn't throw in there, and that's Lash Legend and Jordan Grace. Everybody else on the NXT roster can step up and get knocked down.
Now,
see, honestly, I was gonna say you do throw in Lash Legend just to show her that she also is a powerhouse and that she was hanging with Jade. Like, you can make Lash Legend last the longest out of all the squashes. You can make her last the longest. And it shows you that she is strong and that she is a future contender.
This is funny because it brings up my next part of my next part of the segment here is that like you have to be careful who you put her against, because whoever you put her against from NXT and they look more polished is going to look kind of crazy.
Yep.
Right. So like putting her against Lash, and Lash is more polished than Jade in my personal opinion. It would make her champion look kind of crazy. Like, we have to carefully choose who we book you with.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you put her with Jordan Grace, who has tremendous experience. Kalani Jordan's doing the TNA stuff, and she has tremendous experience and looks great in the ring. Like, Sol Ruka is one of those other ones as well. Like, you have to be careful because these women have been developing for, quite some time now.
Well, Sol Ruka's hurt, so.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yep, she's hurt.
She's I would say semi-hurt. I think they're misleading how hurt she is, but that's a whole. We don't talk about it next show, but yeah. she had to drop the title.
And even like if you look at like the Raw side, I don't think there's anybody you can truly like kind of borrow, right? Like AJ's doing AJ's. You could.
I feel like she's getting built. I feel like Raquel's starting to get built in a way that I will probably avoid that one.
The thing is, you can build people with them losing. That's why I was suggesting like a Lash. Like if you have her go against other big bodies, and those big bodies give her a run for her money, then you're also still making the people who lose. You can make a Lash Legend in a loss. You can make a Raquel Rodriguez, who her last women's title match was against Rhea like a year or two ago. But you can make those people in a loss depending on how it looks.
But it takes a certain talent to make those other talents in a loss. When you lose to Becky Lynch, it's completely different than losing to Jade, right? Like, Becky, you are making Lyra in the loss. I don't know if that can be executed with Jade.
I would like to see them too, Lyra and Jade.
Yeah, I'm here for it.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I'm curious to see what they do, especially if Tiffy's injured, and they're not running the rematch. It's just going to be very interesting to see who is going to be next up in line here. Third match was the IC match. Dom, Penta, Rusev. Not going to lie to you, I checked out.
I mean, you know what it is? The most resourceful champion in all of wrestling right now. The greatest luchador of all time.
I have no care to see Rusev wrestle, and I've given it plenty of shots here. And then in the Aura Farm, I'll do Penta down to the bottom. And we know what it is with Dom. Dom is carrying this belt from the 99 to the 2000s. He is that guy.
He is that guy, and I love Dom, but he desperately needs to drop this IC title. What they're doing with the men's US title on SmackDown, they need to do something similar to the men's IC title. And that isn't, and I don't mean just open challenges, but I mean like when you watch SmackDown, like if you just watch the Ilya stuff, like Ilya is all throughout this episode of SmackDown, this last episode, to where they're building the universe, or the like you can see all the contenders there. With the IC title, he's been fighting Rusev, Penta, and AJ Styles for 6 months,
bro.
And that's it. Like no one else has IC dreams. Like no one else like you got to flush out this division, because like as of right now, there's only 3, and then Sheamus. I mean, he hasn't fought Sheamus, but Sheamus has been hovering around the IC title picture for like a year and 2 now. So it's like we've got to flush these out, and it's very similar to how Judgment Day had the tag team titles, and it's like it's just kind of stagnant. Like to me, the men's IC title division is very stagnant, and I love Dom. I'm a huge Dom fan, but I think it's time for him to drop this to someone that is not only going to work consistently, but just open up the world. Because it feels like when you're playing an open world game, and like you're still doing all these missions, all these side missions, because you don't want to do the main story mission within that. But that main story mission is going to open up the rest of the map. Like we got to open up the rest of this map. We've got to open up this division, because it's like 4 3 people.
You know who should get it? You know who I would vote to get it? Reed.
I'll be here for that. He needs
put it on Bronson Reed.
If you don't give them the tag team titles, which honestly should go for the tag team, they should have. Now it's probably too late, but yeah, give it to Reed then.
Give it to Reed. I think
or
you
give
put
them
it in
the tag team titles. Shit, fuck it. I don't know.
You could, but Dragon Lee and AJ just got it. Which they're also running AJ and Dragon Lee against Judgment Day again, bro. And I'm about to punch a screen. Like, we don't have them have the tag match and they win it just to run it back with the niggas who had it and was only defended it one time. Like, find another makeshift. Do it the New Day. Do something, bro.
Yeah, I'm assuming AJ will retain, and that
for sure.
That sends them back to the back. You know.
But has Judgment Day ever went back to the back? No.
Nah. Yeah, where the hell are the Viking Raiders? Where or War Raiders? I don't know, man.
Look,
we need a draft. We need some call-ups and we need a draft.
You do. You got to freshen up the roster.
The draft was supposed to happen already. If you remember
was.
the original,
Yeah, it was supposed to happen 3 times already.
Yeah.
We've been talking about the draft since we started the pod, I think.
For sure. For sure. But yeah, I checked out. Dom won the match here. I have nothing more or less to say about the IC Championship match. I think Bronson Reed would do the best to get it back to where it feels important. Like, it just feels like, oh, it's on somebody. Like, with Dom, it's not saying it doesn't feel important. It's just that Dom, it's just Judgment Day. It's been the same shit for years, bro. Like, I need to see a different, like, character transition for Dom as well. Like, I need it all to happen at the same time.
So I got a question. Does Bronson Reed get close to Gunther's IC title record?
Where did he even go? I think that if he's next to Paul Heyman, yes. And I say that just because Paul Heyman is the catalyst of like how successful it goes. You keep him in that spotlight picture. They don't have the world title right now. You need somebody to have the goal to where it makes the division look credible, unless they're about to just go jump Punk on Monday, which could also happen. Very likely to happen.
Yeah, he's gonna come out and the music's gonna come out.
Yeah, he's not leaving unscathed.
And then there will be a match between him and Bronson Reed at the end of the night for the main event.
And then Braun Breaker is gonna spear and then
spear him and yeah. And we have booked Raw for this Monday.
This is awesome. Yeah, it just depends on how long it's next to Paul Heyman. Spinning out of this though, because we only have one more match here, and I have a shit ton of editing to do today. John Cena's tournament for the last opponent for Cena's career. He's announcing a 16-man tournament from talent from Raw, SmackDown, NXT, and then it says maybe even some talent that don't work for WWE.
Yeah, that's TNA.
That's what I thought.
That's TNA. Yeah.
But hey, man, don't let the internet tell you different. We might get that Edge match, maybe. Edge is coming. Or Adam Copeland. Whatever you want to call it.
Listen. Listen. If there was a chance that both entities could be cordial and work this out, like I have some booking in my mind that I can cross book for both companies that I would like to see.
So fucking dope.
But they're not gonna do it. They're not gonna do it because you don't get to step on my product and then call me and ask me, "Can you borrow some product?"
Nigga.
No, nigga. No. Fuck you. So, fuck you. Absolutely not.
Oh fuck. Fuck,
Sorry.
bro. My head hurt. That shit's funny as fuck. I shouldn't understand that analogy, but I do. Yeah, in a perfect world, I would love to see Edge do it. I think that'd be fucking fire. But it would take the wrestling gods to align for this one night and one night only.
Or I charge your ass out the wazoo. You got to pay his fee, and then you got to pay me to borrow him. Do like the soccer leagues do. You can talk to him. You can sign a contract. You got to pay him, but then you got to pay me for you to even talk to him.
If that's what it takes, because Cena's run can't be. I mean, it can't end without Edge, and he already did his tributes to Edge, so I don't think he would have done that if that was in store. But then again, shit, the way Triple H be telling it, shit just happens like day of night. I had Punk in at the 12th hour. Like, you never fucking know, nigga. So
yeah.
16-man tournament. So that's what, four matches on each side.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And I said in the group chat, I love this idea. I think that shit's fucking dope. I think you showcase a lot of talent. I just don't want it to be super fucking lopsided. I don't want it to be like, oh, we have Tozawa and Otis, and then there's Gunther in the same bracket. It's like, nigga, what are we doing, bro? Like, make it to where we have some disbelief of who could possibly win here, you know? And also make it to where it's not a lot of people who are being used in current and active storylines. That way I still can't tell you who would win, right? If you put in, I don't know, it's fucking, I don't know, it's fucking Drew McIntyre, and he's in a story with Cody, it's like, okay, I know Drew's not going to win this here. Just make it to where it's enjoyable. Like, I don't care who you grab, where you grab them from. just make sure it's a solid fucking tournament. I can't wait to see this tournament bracket because I'm gonna have so many thoughts.
Who from TNA is that quote unquote heavy hitter that you think deserves? Yeah.
It's like it would make sense.
Nick Nemeth.
But I thought also heard like Zig said like he didn't want to do like crossover stuff. I'm pretty sure he said that on like the pod or that he was doing that like.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons he wasn't part of the invasion angle. And stuff.
He's already done it. He doesn't want to do it.
Yeah, but if I pay you, you gonna go where the money resides.
Maybe not for him.
If I'm paying you, yes, you will. Yeah, you'll do it. You'll do it.
It would be a huge spot.
What will it take? What's the number?
Right, so real quick. So during that segment where they announced the tournament, they showed a bunch of random people in commercials. The people that were shown were The Miz, Rusev, Solo, Sheamus, LA Knight, Drew McIntyre, Penta, Carmelo Hayes, Bronson Reed, Gunther, and Dominic Mysterio. So that's who they showed in the commercial. So at least main roster wise, we could
how many people is that?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
So at least 5 extracurriculars, 5 out there that we don't know.
Yeah, and I mean, and also some of these could be a red herring because, like you said, like Miz and Carmelo, they're in a storyline, so they probably will cancel each other out. Like you said, Drew McIntyre storyline. Gunther, we have not seen him since his Punk match since SummerSlam, and yeah. But if we were to base our current guesses on this commercial, those are at least 10 or 11 names that were featured that could possibly be in this tournament.
Who would you want to end it? If it's not Gunther, give me one name.
Oba for me.
I'm right there with you. I'm right there fucking with you.
I wouldn't be mad at Bronson Reed either. We've all talked about the possibility of Breaker, but it looks like he has a different kind of rocket. So, if I just had to throw out one random name, someone who Cena's never fought before, I'm going to throw it over for me. Or Tranquilly. Fuck it.
I actually don't want to see Gunther and John Cena. And I don't want to see that because I don't think Gunther is going to get to be fully Gunther with wrestling John Cena. I don't know if John wants to take those chops his last match. Or that power bomb. Or a multitude of things that Gunther does that at my last match going out, you want me to face him?
I think you.
Who else can we book?
I think you're misjudging how much of
a worker Cena is.
I was going to say sicko, but I'm trying to think of something else. He's a madman. Who knows? I don't know. He might want to go out. Especially because knowing him, I don't want to say knowing him because we don't know him. But what we do know of him, he probably is going to lose his last match, unless they wanted to go the Sting route, which they could. They could go the Sting route and he, ends on top. But if he wants to have his last match, taking the 3-second tan, Gunther's a really good choice. But I would say Gunther retiring Goldberg and Cena in the same year that's
a legend killer. That'd be tough, nigga. That'd be tough. But he also don't need the rub. Gunther gonna be Gunther regardless.
Because he already beat Gold and he's already done a bunch of cool shit. So it's like he doesn't need that. Bronson Reed would be cool, but he also just beat Roman, and he's the tribal
thief. He doesn't need the rub. He's in prime storyline with the Vision.
What he needs is a single title run. Is what he needs. So
doing it with Oba would be a good start for me to all right, I'm getting off your neck a little bit. Like I need it to be Oba. Trick is cool too, but I wanted to be like, this is the guy. Like getting that rub from him would all right. You can live for a little bit, but when I leave, right back again. From TNA, would you see anybody from TNA side? Would you throw Mike Santana in the tournament? I think that'd be a good faith to like gesture too, like a good gesture to where you have the TNA champion in there. I think Joe Hendry will be there just because Joe Hendry. But like, I think why not?
Yeah, no, I don't see any problem with that. If I had to choose TNA people that wasn't Nick Nemeth, those would be the two I would choose because I don't care for Moose and and Leon Slater. He's already doing stuff with Javon. So I would take your main champion and I would take Joe Hendry. He's pretty much damn near WWE already. So yeah.
Based on the results of this weekend, it's probably going to be some AEW talent that went to TNA. So whoever is in TNA that once was in AEW.
Oh, I see what he's doing here. Well,
Yes.
shit, Ryan Nemeth.
Yeah.
I don't know I don't know who else you got over there.
Kazarian.
Yeah, Frankie's over there. I don't know, man. I just hope, like I said, it's a solid tournament and they don't fucking half-ass it. Like, make it, solid. Main event: Punk, Jey Uso. All right.
I'm gonna stand in the corner and let Hero ISO because after last night, I know he has some scathing takes.
I do.
So I'm gonna clear out.
This guy stinks, bro. Look, man, Jay. Jay, I love you. I love you, bro.
Shit, man.
But I don't. It was not.
It wasn't good.
It was not a good showing. It wasn't a good showing. I don't know if all the online backlash and stuff is like getting to him in real life, or if this is supposed to be something that has to do with his character. But I'm dying on the hill as of right now that like I don't understand this bloodline stuff. I don't understand why Roman's like I need to do shit on my own, and then he doesn't show up. I don't understand Jay's attitude. I don't understand why he said y'all won like it's our fault that you lost the Punk. I don't understand. I don't get it. There was a couple botches. That is what it is. That happens all the time.
The one was crazy. The neck breaker was crazy.
Yeah, that shit. Yeah, that was
that nigga. Punk kicked that nigga in the head. Like, you know how mad you gotta be to kick a nigga in the head and then redo the spot.
Get your shit together, little nigga. That's what he said. Get your shit together, little nigga. He didn't say the N word though, but that's how I interpret it. But yeah, man, I don't. The match, yeah, man. Saturday Night Main Event is cursed, as far as I'm concerned. Like, we honestly should just get rid of it. I'm glad it was on Peacock, so less commercials. But like you said, 4 matches in a 2-hour show. That's still crazy. But yeah, Punk winning was the right call.
1,000%.
That's all I'm gonna say, because I did say a lot of shit to DB last night, but it's not for this show. I don't want to get.
Look, call it what it is. Jey Uso is just 2025 Enzo Amore.
Whoa!
You're the second person I've seen to say that. You're the second person I've seen say that.
That's crazy. I really thought I had a take there.
He got reduced to a catchphrase in the entrance.
Pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and you fuck, bro. Because I love what they tried to do with Jay, but you over saturated him, and now we're able to look at Jay and be like, bro, he is not he's not hitting like he should be. Like, he's not moving like he should be. He's not as polished as he should be. We are now so privy of having him in that main event spotlight that we're expecting main event kind of shit. And when you're not able to do that at a consistent basis, it feels like, why is he? What are we doing here, bro? Especially if that's this is the platform, or this is the guy that when Roman goes, okay, he's next in line. We just talked about it the other day, where it's oh, Jay can do the tribal chief thing. It's damn. After that, it's I ain't never watched a match and thought it needs some interference.
Oh shit! Okay,
that's
right.
Crazy, nigga.
All right, all right. Listen. It wasn't a good showing. I watched it. I started falling asleep. on the match, but I also like fell asleep a couple times throughout the show. But what he has is the ability to captivate an audience. Like, I don't want us to like downplay that because there's so many people that can't do that. He can captivate an audience. He can bring people in. He's a safe worker overall, which I think is why, like, his God, I don't want to say moveset, but the things that he does in the ring are the reason why he can work every fucking day, because he keeps it to this little box and he works this box. I'm gonna give you the people's punch. He's adopted that. He's adopted Roman Spear. He has I don't even want to call it the sweet chin music, but he has the kick.
Super kick.
He has super kick, if you want to call it that. He has a super kick. And he most recently developed a submission move. So if you watch all his matches, like, you can break them down. Okay, this move first, this move next, this move. Like, the same thing with Cena. But the difference is we're at a point where, and I think seeing it in Unreal brought it to light, and then just paying attention to the entrance and his post-performance, whether it's on the mic or in the ring afterwards, he just don't have enough stamina. And I don't know if it's because he doesn't have enough time during the travel schedule to work on that, but that's where he's at right now. So, it was great. He had his singles run. I mean, like, you get the Royal Rumble push, you get in the main event picture, you win the championship title, and now, okay, let's bring you back to where you're supposed to be at. It kind of is what it is.
So now you're gonna push him back in the tag team picture?
Well, he lost in the main title. You can't come back from that. Not that. Let me rephrase that. You don't just get to get back into the title picture after you just lost. You won the number 1 contenders match, and then you won and then you go for the belt and you've lost now. So you already got the belt. You already have the accolade. You went to go back for it. It's time for someone else to be in that picture. Now, there's still some legs where they can kind of like allude to it a little bit to carry the story with Jimmy, but he's not at this point, based on in-ring performance and just the totality of everything, he's not championship material at this moment.
Okay.
For those 3 months from February to he lost this shit to Gunther. So yeah, for those 4 or 5 months, tops, you had that window. He was the man.
So
he either needs. Go ahead.
This is a question for the group. Would you have fared better with a different winner out of the Battle Royal? Was Jay still the most obvious and solid choice to go with? Or would you have went with the LA Knight? Or maybe not take the Vision out and did a Braun Reed, Braun Breaker? Like, was Jay still the correct choice?
I believe so. I believe Jay was still the correct choice. Like, because again, like, we cannot take away how he captivates. Like, Jay he's there. Like, I mean, we could, like, wrestling nowadays, like, a lot of us, especially IWC, like, it's all about work rate and stuff, but wrestling is not just about work rate. But this last couple showings, it's been very, like, what we've been seeing has been low-key egregious. I mean, at least a couple times. Like, again, that breaker spot is like, what are you doing? But as far as merch sales, as far as captivating, like, no, like, it was the right choice. Like, you want 2 big stars. Like, honestly, I'm surprised he wasn't in the damn commercial, you know, for the Mania picture. Because that's how much, like, how captivating that, yeah, like, so, yeah, it was, yeah. So to answer the question, yes, it was the right choice.
I think it was the right choice as well, because now you get to completely eliminate one of those 3. Because for a long time, we were saying, damn, it's Punk, it's LA Knight, it's Jey Uso, it's Punk, it was those 3 that were
Pumping around
up next. Yeah. And it's like, all right, this was to eliminate one of those. You are now officially, for the moment, out of the title picture. Can they heat you back up at any point because you had the belt before, etc.? Yes. But now you have some family. You got a family storyline to work on with you and your brother. We don't know what's going to happen with Roman, whatever. But for the moment, you are out of the title picture. The next person that should be up in there, transparently, will be LA Knight and then probably Braun Breaker. And we'll have those interruptions and that shit for the next 2 to 3 weeks until we get to Survivor Series. Well, that's what I'm saying, until we get to Survivor Series and then something to spawn off into that. So they'll keep refreshing that button. But at this point, it's like it's
Survivor
done.
Series is like in 2 weeks, isn't it? 2.5 weeks?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I'm
We
saying.
have no idea what's going on with War Games. Bro, if we, again, I'm telling you now, I'm telling our audience, if it's MFT versus Wyatt, I'm not watching it.
Oh, it probably is, because that's the only thing I can think of right now.
I'm not watching it.
We got a job to do.
I will watch the highlights. Honestly, I'm scared to watch the women's blood and guts. Because some of them are not good workers. And someone is going to get hurt. And I mean this politely. I'm not trying to shade anybody or shit on the product, but someone is going to get hurt in that match.
If you had to choose between the women's blood and guts and my family tree and the Wyatts, I'm watching women's blood and guts.
I will choose the women's blood guts, but someone's going to get hurt in both those matches.
Someone got hurt in the last match with the men. This is not subject to like just the women or my family tree and the Wyatts. We're not gonna forget last year, nigga. Braun Breaker or Braun Reed, his whole fucking foot exploded. Jimmy had a broken toe. Talking Lord separated his shit.
There was 4 injuries last year.
Like them niggas,
but most of it came from the people who ate the work rate IDWC darlings that we talk about. I don't know, man.
We don't know what's playing.
I don't know what's playing either, and that's why I'm kind of stressed. I'm like, y'all, because it's like either they're gonna start spamming and force feeding, like, all right, here's the shit now, or because who's the women? Oh God! All right, anyway,
who's the women in WWE? We didn't talk about that. What group of women are we putting in women's war games this year?
If I had to guess, it's Io, because Io's in every war game, so it's going to be Io and Rhea, and then you got the Kabuki Warriors, but that's 2 and 2. So then who else is going to join? Probably Charlotte and Alexa. I don't know, but they need to start doing this shit, and this is why people it's going to be another WrestlePalooza if they don't actually start building shit correctly and not forcing it in a 2-week span, which is what they're going to do.
Yes, that's definitely what's about to happen. Interesting. Okay.
I'm stressed. It is not my job. Because I'm calling in sick that day, and I don't want to call in sick to watch some bullshit.
You gonna put it on recording? You calling in sick?
Yeah, I'm going to get sick that day.
Don't none of your coworkers listen to the pod?
I do not tell nobody my wife.
I like that. That's my kind of nigga right there.
Respect. So real quick, hold on. You have 1, 2, 3, 4. You have literally a month. You have 4 Fridays and Mondays, but you have essentially 8 shows to build
Survivor Series.
Yeah,
I'll just count it. A tournament for Cena stuff.
Yeah,
I just counted the dates.
So anybody who's tournament with Cena may not be in War Games. So you about to get Punk, Cody, Roman, Jimmy, and you better,
and how does that come?
I'm just telling you what it is, nigga.
No, I know, I believe it. And that's the thing. It's how do we get there? How are we gonna get there? And then how are we getting here? How do we get from point A to point B? And a lot of it is just fuck around and find out.
Reed, Breaker, Drew, and 2 other niggas, bro.
Fuck it. Have a Dark State jump MFTs.
All right.
Hey, I like Shaquan Sugar, so I'll take it.
To go back to just a small bit about Jay,
right.
And we're gonna get out of here.
Yeah.
Some of the shit also wasn't his fault. I know people the botches and whatnot, but it's the spear slip it's just it can just happen. That wasn't. I won't count that as like a botch, but you know, it happened, right?
Forgot all about
Bro,
that. This shit was funny,
Bro, I was gonna bring it. It happened so bad they had to make a storyline out of it.
That's true. That definitely happened.
That was not supposed. It happened so bad.
That's true.
That they was like, oh, let's make a storyline out of it to save him.
The chair spot where he gives himself a concussion, absolutely fucking crazy.
That was less than a month ago.
Literally, and then now like the one with Punk yesterday,
Was
it's
that
like
the last Saturday Night event? Was that the last?
no, that was a pay-per-view, right?
That was WrestlePalooza.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, it was WrestlePalooza.
Right.
You fucking split his
Same
head
different.
open.
Same difference.
Yeah, like maybe he is overused. Maybe just go sit down. Just go sit down for a little bit. Just go sit down. Just go sit down. Come back refreshed. Let Jimmy get jumped, and then you can have something to like fight for. Like,
Yeah.
go chill out.
He probably needs to get injured during War Games and then come back and for the Royal Rumble. You get that pop. You're not gonna win, but you'll get that pop. So November, December, January, yeah, that's 2 months.
Any
It'll take
chance
8
that
weeks
Jay
off.
beats John Cena?
Doug, it's
It'd be a 5 move off. If I'm John Cena, I'm not letting you beat me again, bro. You already got me at Royal Rumble. I'm not letting you do that to me again.
Will be a
Sorry.
callback.
Hey, you better call back later.
Fuck.
calling me now.
All right, we're gonna get out of here. That was our Fright Night and Saturday Night Main Event review. We'll catch you guys next week. Maybe, hopefully, we'll see how this all uploads. And yeah, it's been real. Catch y'all later.
Too sweet, Space Cowboy.
Go Dodgers. Believe in the wave.